Hello, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Low Show. I am your host, Granddaddy Low, and man, it's been a good day so far. It's been a good day. I have already, well, for breakfast, I ate some fruit, some mixed fruit, and some oatmeal with some oat milk. And then I went on a 13 and a half mile walk, hike, jog, whatever you want to call it, just to really clear my mind and feel nothing really, just to let my thoughts run rampant. And this gets me to my subject of how being an Army soldier changed my life. Um, so the back history of me, I joined the Army straight out of high school when I was 17. I graduated at 17 years old, unlike other people who graduate when they're 18. I I guess I started early because I was on that little mark. If your birthday if your birthday comes after you start school, then sometimes they switch you to you can't start to the next year. But my birthday is in September, and I guess they started me or whatever. So anyway, I graduated when I was 17, went straight into the Army, and the Army is where life changed for me. I graduated in South Carolina. They gave me the option on where I wanted to go to basic, and there was Fort Jackson, um, Fort Sill, which is in Oklahoma, and some other things. And I chose to go to Fort Jackson, which is, excuse me, not Fort Jackson. I chose to go to Fort Sill in Oklahoma because I wanted to get away. I have never been on a plane before, and I really wanted to fly. And Fort Jackson was only like an hour and a half, 2 hour drive, and Fort Sill was a flight, two flights, because I had to fly to Dallas, then fly to Lawton, Oklahoma, and then get bused to Fort Sill. So I just chose to go to Fort Sill to get away. And man, that was the first. I remember flying, being nervous as ever. Oh, here's another story too. I was almost about to go to the Marines. Oh my God. If it wasn't for the recruiter dang near stalking, no, he did stalk me. If it wasn't for the recruiter stalking me, I would have been a Marine. But like literally, he showed up in my neighborhood, at my job, my classrooms. Like, dude would not let me breathe without breathing something about the Marines in. I'm like, dude, like this is a lot. You dang near a stalker. Like you don't have nothing better else to do with your life. Like that's crazy. So I chose to go to the Army, and then as I was saying, because I wanted to take a flight, and then I remember taking my flight from Charlotte to Dallas, from Dallas to Lawton, and then getting on the bus to go to Fort Sill. Man, I tell you, the flight was so amazing for me. Um, Taking two flights at that was just like mind-boggling. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I had never been on a flight before until I joined the Army. So we get the basic training, of course. You're on the bus and they start yelling at you and stuff like that. That's just a part of it, the little shock factor and everything like that. And then, man, I remember like, man, I'm finally here at basic, and I've never really at that time I never had a father in my life, even though I had like male role models, a few, what I'm saying, like some guys that my mom had dated, and then men at church, stuff like that, in and out of my life. But I never really had anything to really teach me like values, how to really be self-confident and strong-minded, and to be a strong individual, but like really work as a team, until I went to the Army. And man, it was amazing to go through all of these things. For everybody out there who's a veteran, you know what it feels like. I don't care what branch it is that you went to. You know what it feels like to go to basic training. Man, you get to meet people from all over the nation. I'm meeting people from California, Alabama, New York, everywhere, Florida, all the states. I'm meeting people from everywhere, and you get to, for once in my life, I'm getting to meet people with different culture backgrounds. I'm rubbing shoulders with people who wasn't hood. I ain't saying I was hood, but shoot, I grew up in some hood areas and stuff like that. So my mind was different. So I'm learning people and how they think, what their train of thoughts are, how they go about things, and it was just an awesome experience to goddamn to be had. And man, to make a long story short, I ended up staying in 11 years. I did 2 tours. And throughout those 11 years, the biggest thing that I learned in the army was sometimes you really have to take your thoughts and crumble them shits up and just throw them in a pile. And everybody has to do that. Take your thoughts, crumble them up, and throw them in a pile. Stomp on it, mix it up, and then disperse it back out to everybody, because you as an individual will not survive. I'll say that once again. You as an individual and your individual way of thinking will not have you to survive on any level. You have to learn how to mesh and gel with so many people from different religious backgrounds, different cultural backgrounds, social norms, religious norms, and anything else. And the sooner you can come to that understanding that your individual way of thinking does not matter, it's all about a team, is the quicker you start to get along with people, the quicker you start to relate. I mean, everybody bumps heads, even if you become the best of friends. Some people, your initial gelling may be hard, but y'all become the best of friends. And like, some people may start off good and then they separate because they find out that they don't really gel with each other like that. Or you get forced to be with another battle buddy because they see how people naturally match up, and then they separate you all. They're gonna put you with somebody who you don't sit with, somebody who they don't see you around, you know what I'm saying, and tell y'all to figure it out. And what that did for my mind was, like, even in today's world, like, I am not a person that gets down with any form of racism. That either, whether that's white people who don't like blacks, blacks who don't like whites, or any other race like that. Like, I don't get down with any of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't play about it, whatever. I am very, very, very open minded when it comes to who I like to hang around. I like a mix of friends. I don't like to just be in an environment where it's just all, you know what I'm saying, African Americans or just all Caucasians. I like my mixes of people. I want to chill with Asians, white folks, black folks. I don't give a dang what it is. We have more fun chilling with different ethnicities and things like that. So when it comes to a lot of this stuff in society that regular people really trip over, I don't even be caring about that. And it's like, it's so lame to me. Like, it's lame as ever to me to see people battle with that in their minds, right? Because in a lot of people, it really exists in your minds before it comes out in your actions. So that's one of the things that I really learned. Two, I learned to put in work for everything that you want and everything that you need. Just don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to religion, don't just pray about it. You got to say you want something, make a plan about it, and execute that plan. Executing that plan is putting in work. So I don't understand people who can say they want something so bad in their life, and then you don't ever make a plan to get to it. I don't understand people who can sit back and just be lazy. I don't relate to people like that at all. Now that I'm out of the military, I find it very hard to, even when it comes to family members, to sit back and say, Say people want to lose weight. Oh man, my health is bad. I need to lose some weight. I need to start eating better. But your ass is eating snacks and chips and stuff all the time. That's not being disciplined. How can you say you won't change and you don't put in the work to have that change? You must want to either be. It's a lot of people in regular society that really thrive off of the victim mentality, and that is crazy. Like, you just want to sit back and complain all day, every day. And I'm not the person that, I don't want to listen to that. I'm solution based. Let's hash it out, figure it out, find a solution, and march forward. I'm very direct. You know what I'm saying? Another thing is I learned to become very self aware of myself, how to check my mental. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of I'm gonna say suey, but y'all can finish. It's a lot of suey minded people, and I ain't gonna lie, I've been there before, multiple times. And hell, multiple times throughout life. But you have to learn how to challenge your mental to say, hey, it's okay for me to feel this way. The fact that I'm feeling this way, I need to dive deeper in my mental and figure out what's going on in my surroundings that I don't like. I need to learn how to communicate and tell somebody, hey, it's okay to tell somebody that you are not okay. It's a lot of people in regular life who can't just come and tell people that they are not okay because they don't feel safe to be vulnerable. People look at me and say, hey, man, how can you be so vulnerable and so open? Because I find strength in being vulnerable. Being vulnerable and open to me is a strength because I know myself. I know how I am. I want to be better. I want to still live. You know what I'm saying? I want more out of life for myself. So why should I not say, hey, I'm not good today? You know what I'm saying? Or something that you did, you know what I'm saying? That it really irked me. It made me feel a certain type of way. Hey, look, this love right here, it ain't really working. And I think that a lot of people don't even know how to communicate to even their loved ones, whether it be your children's, your spouses, your girlfriends, boyfriends, so on and so forth. You can't even open yourself up enough to communicate with the person who you say you love and be transparent because you're afraid of how they may perceive you, when in all actuality, and then other people aren't comfortable with other people opening up because they don't even know how to take you when you being transparent because they are being fake with themselves. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I run into. I'm so open and transparent. Other people don't even know how to really take me and how I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people try to down me or anything else, but no, this is strength. I had to find this strength. You know what I'm saying? And it came from a lot of tearing down my body. Uh, You literally got to destroy the mind to build the body to build the mind. I'm going to say that one more time. You have to destroy the mind so that you can build the body so that you can therefore build your mind back up. And it's really tearing down your mind so you can tear down your body and then build your body up and then build your mind again. If you want to add another step in there, you got to get, for layman's terms, you got to get rid of every way that you thought was good, every way that you thought would work, and start implementing newer things into your life. Hello, what's going on, Becky? You got to implement new things into your life, and then being being in the army just really showed me that life has its moments where it's sweet and it has its moment where it sucks. But as soon as you can learn how to, and a lot of people may know what I'm about to say, as soon as you can learn how to embrace the suck and keep marching forward, because the suck's still gonna be there. You can either choose to let the suck you in, or you can move past it and keep going. And where it got me is like, even when I'm sick in today's world, I never stop moving. I'm never down. People, oh, why you don't stay sick for long? One, I changed my diet. Two, it's all a mental thing. You got to say, okay, my body is sick and I'm feeling something. If I'm not physically broken If I can still walk, if I can still move, I don't give a dang if it's hard to breathe. Bro, I'm going to keep walking even when it's hard to breathe, because I know that my body moving means my blood is circulating, which means my digestive system is moving and working, and everything that which sucks right now will be pushed out. And in a matter of time, what was once hurting or sucking, my body has naturally pushed it out, and I can go on. I can carry on. I can get more out of life. Hell, I just learned something about myself. If I keep moving, then I'll be okay. A lot of people hit a hard road and then they want to start giving up. Nah, keep moving. Keep moving. Sometimes things drop off, and that's because they were meant to. Don't even worry about picking it up sometimes. Just keep pushing. You wasn't meant to have it, no way. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. That which you drop and you keep moving, you don't pick it up and you keep moving, that is somebody else's blessing along their path. You may look at it like, oh, you always mourning a loss. Oh man, I lost this, I lost that. But in all actuality, look at it like this. You go on a run one day. You go, and I did this last week. I went on a run, and then I ended up finding $20. $20. Y'all may be like, man, that ain't a lot. In my Honda Civic, $20 is dang near a full tank of gas. You know what I'm saying? That can last me for about a week. I ain't gonna hold you. So that's exactly what I did. I put that $20 in my gas tank. But somebody had lost the $20. It was their loss, but it was my gain. So their loss was my blessing. Sometimes you gotta change your way of thinking and look at your losses as a blessing to somebody else. That which you drop, when somebody else picks it up, it's gonna give them so much more, oh, so much more peace, so much more power for their lives to keep going. And to you, it's really nothing because you had it, you know? So, but I've talked about a lot of these things as upsides, uh, things that have really hurt me since being in the military is that I'm very hard on myself. I'm very hard on myself. Sometimes I don't give myself enough grace to be chill. I don't give myself enough grace to be still. I don't give myself enough peace of mind to say, like, bro, you've been putting in so much work, you deserve a break. My mind is always on overdrive, and I feel like if I'm not moving, I'm not growing, and I feel like I'm very inactive. When sometimes it's a season to really chill. It's a season to really be at peace in your life, and to sit and think about everything that you accomplished. Think about all the work you put in. Check in with your mental. Check in with your body. Heal yourself, because as y'all know, life is a never-ending journey, and when you complete one phase, another phase is on the way. You have to give yourself enough grace to be able to say, okay, the next phase is coming. I need to get myself together. I need to replenish myself. I need to get my mind together, because this next phase, everything that I learned from that old phase, I'm going to have to apply. Sometimes it's so hard for me to accept the downtime. Sometimes it's so hard for me to celebrate my success that I just be like, I can do a whole bunch and have a lot of things to pay off for me, and I don't even know how to accept the blessings, because I'm looking for the next hard task to do. Like, okay, I earned a gold coin here. Now what? F that gold coin. Bling, throw that over to the side. Now what's next? No. Shine that thing up, put it somewhere nice, man. Be like, dang, I done that. Celebrate yourself, because the next phase, if you didn't celebrate yourself, you're gonna need that time of celebration to keep you moving forward. You know? Another thing is, sometimes I find it very, very hard to fit into society as a person, because sometimes I feel like I just can't get along with civilian people. I feel like we don't relate. I'm gonna be honest. The people who I relate to the most are people who have been to prison. Post being or other veterans. I can say that other veterans or people who have been to like prison or something like that, and that is because, or people whose parents were in the military and they were raised up as military brats, because I don't know how that works. Yes, I do, because I'm raising daughters. So I do know how that works. You transfer over all your knowledge and experiences to your kids, and you open and you challenge their perspectives. There's a lot of people out here in this regular world who can't challenge their perspectives. They think everything is right. And how dare you think that just because you think this way, that that's the way to think? No. How dare you tell somebody that they are wrong? They may be wrong to you, but for their personal life, that may be right for them. And if it's not affecting you in any negative way, bringing harm against you, let that be right for their life and move along. You don't have to come and shift everybody's mind. You don't have to get along with everybody. Some people can't even agree to disagree. Like, oh, if you don't get along with me, there's a problem with you. No, they just don't get along with you. Keep it pushing, buddy. And that's it. We got difference of perspective. That means we got difference of perspectives. If people can understand, if you can come together and share those different perspectives and respect other people's perspectives, that's where the real strength is. And I don't like dealing with people who can't agree to disagree, so that we can agree and put both of what we have, our differences, to both of our differences together and push on and move forward. So that's some of the upsides and some of the downsides of my life being in the military. But as I can see, I'm past 20 minutes now. I don't want to make this live long because I'm saving it. But if you are here and you tuned in, thank you, Becky, for your comment. Becky, I appreciate you. Everybody else who tuned in, if you're here, leave me some comments, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you would like for me to talk about next, because I am coming now and I'm doing more lives. I have vlogs to post, but I will post those. But right now I'm in a journey of getting my body together. Like, I'm on this big fitness journey, and it's really challenging my mental to be the strongest that I can be. I feel like this year I'll be 35, and I feel like I'm 23 again. No, I feel like I'm like 21 and 23 again. Some of the best years of my life physically, when I'm moving and grooving and my mind is so open and so aware. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel great where I'm at in life right now. So, hey man, once again, welcome to another episode of the Low Show. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm your host, Granddaddy Low, the dopest country hip hop artist in the world. And when I get back to music, hey, just know, just know, just know. But big love to you all. I'm out.